I died where the sky thins to a whisper. Up there, every breath feels borrowed, like the mountain is counting them, deciding when to take them back. My name is Tony Phillips, though most of you never learned it. You knew me by something else. A color, a landmark, green boots. But before I became a place people stepped past, I was a man climbing toward a dream. The summit was close enough to lie to us. On Everest, distance doesn't measure in meters. It measures in oxygen, in time, in how much of yourself you've already spent just staying alive. The wind arrived first, a scream tearing across the ridge, sudden and merciless. Snow followed, sharp as broken glass, slicing through goggles, through skin, through resolve. My fingers burned, then went numb. The radio crackled with fragments of panic. We were too high, too late. I told myself to keep moving. One step, then another. But my legs didn't answer anymore. Every muscle felt soaked in lead. The world tilted, slowed. I stumbled into a shallow limestone hollow, just big enough to block the wind. I thought I would rest for a moment. Just one. The mountain loves that lie. I curled inward, clutching my chest, green boots jutting into the storm. I remember thinking of home, of warmth, of the quiet confidence I'd had when this climb began. I wondered if anyone would know where I stopped. Then the cold reached somewhere deeper than my skin. That's when he appeared. At first, I thought the lack of oxygen was playing tricks on me. A figure stood at the edge of the alcove, untouched by wind or snow. The storm bent around him as if afraid. He wore no cloak, no theatrical scythe, just darkness shaped like a man, edges soft, shifting, as though reality itself refused to fully outline him.
You took your time,
he said. His voice wasn't cruel. It wasn't kind either. It simply was. I haven't finished, I told him, though my lips barely moved. I just need to rest. He looked past me, toward the ridge disappearing into white chaos.
No one finishes here,
he replied.
They only stop.
I felt anger flare, hot and brief. Then why climb at all? The figure stepped closer. The cold vanished where he stood.
Because you're human,
he said.
And humans chase the edge.
My breathing slowed. I could no longer feel my hands. I should have been afraid, but exhaustion smothered fear like snow-burying flame. Will it hurt? I asked. He tilted his head, considering.
It already has,
he said.
This is the gentle part.
This is the gentle part. I felt myself slipping, not falling, but loosening, like knots coming undone. The pain faded first, then the cold. The storm dulled into silence. Below us, I could see my body, small and still, green boots bright against endless white. So this is it, I whispered. For you, the Grim Reaper answered. For them. He gestured downward, where future climbers would pass, their eyes flicking toward the alcove, then away. You become a reminder. A warning? A mile marker, he corrected. I didn't understand until time began to move strangely, folding in on itself. I watched seasons change, expeditions rise and fall. Men and women pause beside my remains, counting their steps against mine. Some bowed their heads, some took photos, some didn't look at all. They'll call you Green Boots, he said. I felt something like sorrow then, not for my death, but for the name I'd lose. They won't know who I was. They'll know what you represent, he replied. And that matters more than you think. Can I go now? I asked. The Grim Reaper studied me for a long moment. His eyes, if they were eyes, reflected stars I hadn't seen from Earth. You're not angry, he said. I was, I admitted, but Everest doesn't owe me anything. A sound like approval passed through him. Very few understand that before it's too late. He extended a hand. The storm finally broke around us, the world dissolving into light. As we stepped away from the mountain, I felt weight return, not physical, but emotional. Memory, meaning. Will they ever move my body? I asked. One day, he said, when respect catches up with ambition. Now I watch from somewhere without altitude or air, and I see you, climbers pausing at the place where I stopped. You adjust your oxygen. You tell yourself you're different, stronger, smarter. I hope you are. But if you pass the old cave on the northeast ridge and feel a chill that isn't from the wind, know this. I wasn't a warning carved into stone. I was a man who climbed too high, too late, and paid the mountain's price. And when you hear the storm whisper your name, turn back, because the Grim Reaper doesn't chase on Everest. He waits.